Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Janet Pilcher, founder and president of Studer Education, and welcome to the Accelerate Your Performance podcast and spending a few minutes of your week with me. I hope today's message adds value to your week. And I close today recognizing some of our Studer Education partners for some significant contributions. We can always spend time learning to improve and expressing gratitude. Let's get to it. In several of the past episodes, I've introduced the advancement of the Studer Education Leader Operating System, the 9 pillars of leadership excellence. The pillars are influenced by the work that our leadership coaches have done with so many of you. We hope to continue to support you in the most meaningful ways and gain new high-performing leaders as part of our Studer Education Leadership Network. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, jpilcher@studereducation.com. I'd love to hear from you. As I've talked about in some past episodes, much of my time over the past 8 months has been dedicated to collating our coaching fieldwork over the years to develop the 9 Pillars of Leadership Excellence Resource Toolkit. The guidebooks and resources contained in the toolkit offer practical tools and tactics, research-based insights, and real-world strategies that have helped hundreds of educational systems improve their results and fundamentally transform their culture and operation. It's blended culture and strategy to support organizations to achieve high-performing, sustainable results. If you want to learn more about the toolkit, connect with us by sending an email to info@studereducation.com. There, my colleague Courtney Calfee will be glad to share more information. Over the next episodes, I'm going to focus on Pillar 3 to give you a glimpse of the content and practical tactics in the resource toolkit. Pillar 3 is Communicate for Alignment. Pillar 3 ensures messages are clear, consistent, carefully worded, and supportive in attaining organizational goals. The leader outcomes of this pillar are: leaders show how individual roles align with a shared vision and clear goals, and leaders facilitate engaged, data-focused conversations while actively listening to input, and leaders carefully consider how to align keywords to help audiences gain insight and understanding. Communicating for alignment is fundamental to achieving organizational excellence. In essence, effective leaders ensure they're navigating the course successfully. Pillar 3, Communicate for Alignment, is critical to everything leaders do. The tactics in these pillars are foundational leadership skills. Why? Because great leadership requires leaders to be great communicators. And that's why I'm starting here with highlighting the 9 Pillars of Leadership Excellence Toolkit. And here's more about why communication for alignment is so important. To communicate for alignment, leaders determine the purpose of all communication, then design a consistent message to share across the organization and connect individual roles to the overarching organizational goals. Done skillfully, great communication does more than inform. It inspires and mobilizes. In fact, the way you as a leader communicate directly influences the level of effort individuals put forth to achieve positive outcomes, and it affects their attitudes toward the work. As a leader, you want your behavior to foster a workplace environment where people are deeply engaged and driven by a sense of purpose to achieve meaningful outcomes. And leaders can't motivate employees. The reality is that individuals own their level of motivation. However, leaders are responsible for using words that encourage and empower others and avoiding words and actions that discourage and demoralize people. When leaders communicate well, they achieve a powerful outcome. They ensure people will listen to the message and develop a positive connection to both the content and the leader. Leaders want people to listen to and hear what they say, and they want them to feel an emotional connection to the message. You'll know when you've successfully communicated a message when individuals take the message to heart and apply their energy toward the organization's goals. Strong leaders measure their success in communication and make modifications accordingly. Think about this. At Studer Education, we administer surveys to gain feedback from various audiences. And all surveys include items associated with communication. These items tend to be the lowest scored items for most organizations. So, to solve this problem, leaders may choose different communication tools or decide how much communication is presented. Although important, these types of changes seldom move the survey results in a positive direction, particularly for employees. We've found that employees score the communication items higher when they are informed and understand the why. Specifically, employees respond more positively to survey items when they know why certain actions are occurring, see how these actions accomplish the overall goals, know how their role influences the bigger picture, hear consistent and timely messages, and understand what they do and how what they do is expected and how it contributes. Pillar 3, Communicate for Alignment, introduces tactics to help leaders become effective communicators. Before we jump into the tactics on accelerate your performance, in the next episode, I'll focus on some tactics and actions leaders can take to overcome and manage common communication barriers. Those actions are pay ridiculous attention to people, address behaviors that carry we-they messages, and be as transparent as possible. Let's revisit some of these areas or visit them for the first time for some of you. And tune in next week to learn more about how to manage these communication barriers. Over the next months, I will offer a mix of how-to episodes aligned to the 9 pillars of leadership excellence and partner interviews connected to those who are doing this work and achieving results. In addition to the podcast, you can hear more about our partner work at Studer Education events. Join us at our April virtual K-12 conference. That's on April 14th to 16th. If you're a higher education leader or a K-12 leader who wants an in-person experience with our partners, join us for our higher education conference at Pensacola Beach on June 2nd and 3rd. Learn more about these events by visiting studereducation.com/events. I hope to see you virtually or in person. As you leave today, think about why it's important to communicate for alignment. And join me next week to talk about ways to manage communication barriers. As leaders, we never stop growing, and to grow, we are always learning. I look forward to continuing to learn together so we can hardwire excellence in education. Before I go today, I want to extend some important recognitions to superintendents of our partner organizations across the country. First, I thank Superintendent Carpenter at the Estacada School District for continuing to extend an invitation to his district to showcase the improvement work from the boardroom to the classroom. At AASA, we had a breakfast superintendent panel that included 3 of our Studer Education partner superintendents who were recognized at their state superintendent of the year. We had the opportunity at AASA to showcase Oregon Superintendent of the Year, Superintendent George Mendoza, Missouri Superintendent of the Year, Superintendent Travis Brock, and Wisconsin Superintendent of the Year, Tremaine Clarity. 2 of our leader coaches, Dr. Greco and Dr. Ashby, hosted 3 partner panel presentations. And thank you to our partner superintendents who were the panelists. Superintendent Roberson from Oxford School District in Mississippi, Superintendent Irwin, Barron County School District in Kentucky, Superintendent Tess, Winnetka School District in Illinois, Superintendent Estes, Russellville Independent School District in Kentucky, Superintendent Leckie, Casa Grande Elementary School District in Arizona, Superintendent Clayton, Warrington County School District in Kentucky, Superintendent Cremascoli, Wilmette School District in Illinois, Superintendent Tenenbaum, San Benito High School District in California, Superintendent Martin, Meade County School District in Kentucky, and Superintendent Clarity, Verona Area School District in Wisconsin. Thank you so much to our superintendents who joined our panels and presented the great work that we're all doing together in partnership. Thank you all so much. And I want to thank AASA for an excellent conference and for trusting one of our excellent coaches, Dr. Pat Greco, to facilitate the AASA superintendent cohorts. What an outstanding group of executive leaders. I had the pleasure of learning alongside the superintendents and the AASA leader mentors. And what a gift to sit beside Dr. Lapita Hightower, one of the best superintendents of all time. We were so grateful to partner with you and your district, Lapita, and thank you for the continuing service you are providing. Finally, join me in congratulating Hemet Unified School District for receiving a distinguished award from the Carnegie Foundation for Teaching and Learning, the Carnegie Award for Impact. Congratulations, Dr. Barrett, to you and your team. You are a model for so many of us to follow. What an honor to celebrate and recognize the good work of so many of our partners. There's a positive story for every partner we serve. I'm deeply grateful to you to do this work alongside you. Have a great week, everyone.